John, is that a cruel way to lose a game right at the end there?
It is cruel. I thought it was a great game of rugby league, and you've got to applaud both sides for that. But I was immensely proud of how our lads have played today. You know, we had 19 fit players basically, and we cobbled the team together somehow or other. Who showed great spirit, great resilience. But I think it's come down to about 3 or 4 lapses of concentration. You know, there was one, their first try, when they were in the very first set of the game. That was a lapse of concentration. And there was a lapse in the kick defence over there. Then a lapse when they broke down our right and their left. And you know, when you're in an intense playoff type game as this was, they cost you, and they have cost you. But we played some great rugby, some smart rugby, and I think everybody who's attended today can feel royally entertained.
The championship, John, games like this, always delivering.
Yeah, very, very much so, very much so. I mean, it was a great game, and as I say, everybody who's been, they can feel that they've watched a great spectacle in a great atmosphere, in a very good stadium. So I really enjoyed the occasion, but very disappointed with the result because I thought we'd done enough to get something out of it.
A couple of errors in that first half, John, in particular. Halifax capitalised and scored points off.
Yeah, but of course they do. But we capitalised and scored off their errors as well. You know, it's a playoff game. It's an intense, tough playoff game, and the people sat in here in the shade don't realise how warm it was out there and how quick the tempo was out there, because it was very, very quick and it was very intense, and it was a proper playoff standard game and a playoff intensity type game.
Talk us about the impact again of the forwards, John. Players like Ant Walker.
Yeah, I am picking out individuals, Mick, because I think, in all honesty, that was a 17-man effort. You know, the George Flanagan come off the bench. I thought it was really clever with that 1 point, and there's lots of little things that you can applaud. And so let's applaud the team who played as a team, and there's some great individual performances within that team.
And again, going back on the character of the side, John, this will give you great heart and hope for the final 7 rounds of the season.
Yes, it will, very much so. You know, and we've played 2 playoff games the last 2 weeks against Featherstone and Halifax. We've come the wrong side of the scoreline, but we could have won them both. And and a bit more smartness, we could have clinched them both, but we haven't. So we've got to dust ourselves down and go forward.
Were there any controversy with the final couple of tries, John? You know, one could have been a sort of a knock-on one with you for
I thought the chase of the kick try was offside, but that's just me with the naked eye. I'll have to look at it with the video. But I thought the chaser down their right, our left, I thought it was offside. But I'll have to have a look and see what's what.
Obviously, Sam was kicking today at a goal. Is that a good option to have, that someone like Sam can do that?
I like to think so, yeah. I think he did a good job, did the kid. He played 80 minutes in the middle and he's done that. We wanted to try and alleviate some responsibility off Jordan Lilly because, you know, as we've said before, we've been playing with a halfback. The number of times we've had 2 halfbacks out on the field have been few and far between. And he had a lot of responsibility to run this team, and he's done a great job, believe you me. He's done a great job, and we just tried to alleviate a little bit of responsibility off him. And Sam, who's a good goal kicker, he's kicked in his junior days, you know, he was happy to take that role on.
And how was Jordan Finn after the game? Did he come through it all okay?
I was what, sorry?
How was Jordan Finn after the game? Did he come through it all okay?
Yes, he's come through really well. He's a tough cookie. You know, to play 4 weeks after you've broken your ribs and to play as well as he's played today and as physically as well as he's played today, it's a big pat on the back for him.
Absolutely. And has everyone else kind of come through okay for the game? I know Reece not for HIA, but everyone seems to be okay initially.
Initially, yeah, but it's like anything else. You only find out when they've got home and they've rested and so on. But we'll try and make sure that we recover them as best as possible and get ready to play Sheffield next week.
And obviously Brad started last week. He wasn't in the 17th game. Was that just a tactical thing with Aaron coming back, or
who's that?
Brad Gallagher? Was that just a tactical thing with Aaron coming back at the team? Brad sort of dropped that.
Yeah, well, I mean, we picked what we thought was the best team, and I don't think we're that far away.
Absolutely.
So we felt Murph had the wood over him, and I think it's been shown today, demonstrated today why Adam Murphy was in the team.
And is there a timescale on Dan Fleming as well? Just potentially with
3 weeks. 3 weeks, yeah,
Great.
3 weeks.
John, this one final one, Jordan Baldwinson. Did you like what you see?
I did, very much so.
Can we expect to see him next week against Sheffield?
That's up to you. York did us a massive favour. You know, there's a rivalry between York and Bradford, but York did us a massive favour there, and you know, I'd like to publicly thank James Ford and John Flatman for their efforts there, but they did it a great favour, and it was marvellous, wasn't it? It was a real good 40+ minute stint that he's done.
And John, when you talk about the adversity, you know, with the injuries and obviously Ben Evans with COVID,
he hasn't got COVID. He's isolated as a contact.
Yeah. Just how tough has this week been?
It's been a tough one, but it's been a good week. You know, when you've got a game like this at the end of the week, it's a good week. So, yeah, it's been tough, but it's been a good week, and we're looking forward to another good week this coming week before we get Sheffield at Tussle.
And just one quick one for me as well, John. Obviously, Tom got that try just at the end of that first half, but he's been so good at that all season, just those little burrows through under the post. He does it every week. It must be something you're so proud of him for doing.
Yeah, I think Doyle is maturing into a very, very good player. You know, and he played a bit at 13 today, which he had to do, because as we've said, we've had to move players in and around the shop, but he's done a real good job. So he's developing into a top player.
And you seem proud when Reece went off for that HI, that reshuffle that you had to do. You did really well defensively for a long time.
They did, yes. Well, that's what you get with Adam Murphy. Adam Murphy can play wing centre, second row, middle unit. He can play whatever you want, and we shoved him out there. Ross Oakes came round onto the right, and Rooksy went into the middle. So it was a reshuffle, but they know the job and they know what to do, and they're smart players. And I think that was demonstrated in that defensive effort when we were all at sea, you know, positionally, shall we say.